This is my school magazine front cover and contents page and my final music magazine front cover and title page. I feel I have progressed in many ways from when I first designed my school magazine. One way in which I feel I have achieved this is the colour choice. Even though the colours are similar in both magazines, I believe the way I use them in my music magazine works a lot better. In my school magazine, as well as using red, black and white, I use green, which makes it look untidy and at a low standard. However, in my music magazine, I made sure that all the colours are kept to a minimum and used in places where they work together well. For example, I feel the bold red masthead was the most appropriate colour to use against the black, as I feel this is the most attention-grabbing to my audience. Another way in which my music magazine is of a higher quality than my school magazine is the layout. The layout of my school magazine is very spaced out and looks as if the information is missing and nothing quite fits together at all. The text has been kept to a minimum and looks like there is a lot more needed to make it a proper magazine cover. In my music magazine, I have filled all the space necessary and made sure that everything has been placed appropriately. For example, all the information I have wished to include in my music magazine is down the right hand side, kept together, making it look more professional. I chose to do this because looking at other music magazines, I came to realise that their layout and text around the edges to make sure the attention is not taken away from the central image. After realising this, to make my magazine look more professional like a music magazine, I wanted to do the same. Also, the way I have used straplines and buzzwords on my music magazine makes it look more professional, as this is how a real magazine would be presented. Also, in comparison to my school magazine, my music magazine has been kept more professional looking from the choice of fonts. The choice of fonts in my music magazine look as if they're all right for the genre, which I feel is edgy and bold, looking like the type of writing associated with music magazines today. The fonts I have used for my school magazine are hard to read and boring, making it very unattractive. Therefore, this results in them not standing out for my audience or grabbing their attention in any way. In my music magazine, I kept my fonts to a minimum, using only 3 so that it looks more practical, as well as making sure the 3 different fonts I used are very similar. However, in my school magazine, even though I have only used 3 fonts, each font is very different, making each piece of text look out of place and unattractive. Also, I included a barcode in my music magazine, as every magazine has to have one. However, my school magazine didn't, showing how non-professional it is. Therefore, this proves how when I first made my school magazine, I wasn't as experienced with the different technologies as I am now after making my music magazine.